For my field study, I attended Mass at the Church of St. John right here in the Bronx. At first, I accidentally entered the Church of the Mediator and was very confused as to why no one was there for the Mass that should have started in 20 minutes. Turns out I was at the wrong church and quickly made my way to St. John's. Upon entering St. John's, I was amazed by the beautiful structure and design of the church, both inside and outside, along with the artwork that was on the walls and the windows. Unlike St. Francis of Assisi, St. John's did not have pamphlets with the readings and songs for that Mass. This made following along very hard because I was unsure of what parts were taking place and what songs were being sung. Once the Mass began, I was disappointed in the sound system of the church. The speakers in the church were not good and made it extremely difficult to follow along with the Mass or even understand the parts that were being sung. Even some of what the priest was saying was difficult to understand. The gospel was about a rich man who had everything and was tormented in hell, and Lazarus who was poor and had nothing, but after death he was taken to be at Abraham's side. During the homily, the priest discussed the idea of money being a source of evil, because when someone has too much money, they lose their sense of compassion, and the Catholic Church is centered on compassion. One interesting aspect to me was that the cantor spoke the verses of the responsorial psalm rather than singing them. I've never heard them spoken during a Sunday Mass at my church, only for prayer services or a weekday Mass. The offerings were collected the same way as they were in St. Francis, which is still strange to me because it's very different in my church. The music during the offertory was the clearest to understand and follow, in my opinion. This demonstrates how the altar servers, who are all very young and required direction from the priest and deacon throughout Mass, direct the gifts to the altar. At the end of Mass, I met with the priest and he wished me good luck on my project and with the rest of my semester. In conclusion, while St. John's is a beautiful church, it is not one that I would like to attend on a weekly basis.